everybody. Let's begin if we could. The hour being after 6:30, I'd like to call the Tuesday, October 12th, 2021 School Building Committee meeting to order. And due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic and state of emergency, on March 12th, 2020, Governor Baker issued an executive order temporarily suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law. Public bodies are temporarily relieved from the open meeting law's requirements that meetings be held in public places, open and physically accessible to the public, so long as measures are taken to ensure public access to the body's deliberations through adequate alternative means. Citizens with questions or comments can email mwalpole@walpole.k12.ma.us or middleschoolproject@walpole.k12.ma.us. On June 16th, Governor Baker signed into law an act extending certain COVID-19 measures adopted during the state of emergency. This act includes an extension until April 1st, 2022 of remote meeting provisions of this March 12th, 2020 executive order, suspending certain provisions in open meeting law. Thank you. With that, Brian, I'll turn it over to you. Thanks.
Quick agenda for tonight with any public participation. We have minutes from the last meeting. We have the invoice packet for September and just a quick update on project outreach updates and prep for town meeting upcoming in a week, in about 2 weeks. I don't think there's someone on called a Zoom user. Do we know who that is? All right.
Jen.
Looks like they got off. Jen has joined us. Mark, I don't see any other public.
Nope.
And minutes from the last meeting. Any questions on those?
Anybody have any questions or comments about the meeting minutes? If not, I'll take a motion to accept the meeting minutes.
I'll make a motion to accept.
All right, we have a motion from Mr. Fisher. Do we have a second?
Second.
I have a second from, who is that, Ms. Gallivan?
Yeah.
All right, very good. So I will poll the committee. Ms. Santiago Taylor,
Yes.
Mr. Senek,
Yes.
Mr. Fisher,
Yes.
Mr. Hahn,
Yes.
Mr. Anderson,
Yes.
Dr. Goff,
Yes.
Ms. Gaositz,
Yes.
Mrs. Gallivan,
Yes.
Mr. Frisha,
Yes.
Mr. Conroy.
Yes.
I vote yes. Did I miss anybody?
Yes, Lawson.
Oh, I'm sorry, Susan. Ms.
Yes.
Lawson.
And Mr. Connor,
Ms. Lawson votes yes, and Mr. Connor.
also yes.
Very good. It is a vote. All right. Brian, anything else?
And next update. Invoice package for September. So same as last month, 2 invoices, Compass CPM 8220 for $15,518.75 and TAP A 210908 for $55,000, which is again another progress billing against their schematic design for total invoices this month of $70,518.75. And we have those attached. They were in your packet. If you have any questions, we can go over that. And TAP A's invoice, as I mentioned, was a progress payment towards full schematic design. They still have not billed that out 100%. They're at 75%.
Do we have any questions or comments about the invoices? If not, I would entertain a motion to accept the invoices as listed in your packet.
So moved.
All right, I have a motion from Ms. Lawson. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
I have a second from Mr. Fisher. Let me poll the committee. Ms. Santiago Taylor,
Yes.
Mr. Senek,
Yes.
Mr. Fisher,
Yes.
Ms. Lawson,
Yes.
Mr. Hahn,
Yes.
Mr. Connor. Mr. Connor,
Yes.
Mr. Anderson,
Yes.
Dr. Goff,
Yes.
Ms. Gaositz,
Yes.
Ms. Gallivan,
Yes.
Mr. Frisha,
Yes.
Mr. Conroy,
Yep.
and I vote yes. Thank you. Brian, again, anything else?
Just the budget's in good shape for this phase. So we're still tracking under budget. MSBA no new amendments to anyone, and MSBA reimbursements are in line. We submitted request number 11 at the end of September, so that is in current process. So everything's on track as far as that goes. Any questions on the budget or MSBA status for feasibility phase? All right, and the only other update is just updates on outreach. So since last meeting, we did the presentation at the Council on Aging. Had a lot of good questions and discussion there. We did a follow-up community forum on the 28th of September at Johnson. There were tours before that. It was fairly well attended, probably about 50 people in attendance. Another round of good questions that we were able to answer, and then we'll follow up questions. Some of that information that was asked at Johnson will be added to the presentation for the upcoming forum at Byrd, which is on the 19th, so next Tuesday. We're putting together that presentation now. We were also giving a brief update to the select board tonight. Other than that, no new updates from a email perspective. We haven't had a lot of questions come into the project. I think overall, a lot of people have got their questions out there already, and hope to address them proactively at the last forum, which is also going to be an opportunity for town meeting members to attend ahead of the 10/23 town meeting to ask any of their questions, have a little more detailed, possibly have a little more detailed discussion than at town meeting. And so they're prepared for that Saturday. Any questions, concerns, comments?
I have a question. How are we inviting town meeting members? Is it coming in the packet?
Yes, I believe it's going out in the packet, and then they'll get an email with that.
Okay, I think it would make sense to send a separate email, only because I may know some people who don't read their packet till very close to the meeting, so I just want to make sure we're reaching everyone.
We're putting it out on the signboards and out on social media also.
Great.
Any other questions or comments? Anything else, Brian?
That's all we have.
All right, very good. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Motion for Mr. Fisher and a second for Ms. Lawson, it looks like. Let me
Yes.
pull the committee. Mr. Fisher,
Yes.
Ms. Gallivan,
Yes.
Mr. Hahn,
Yes.
Dr. Goff,
Yes.
Ms. Lawson,
Yes.
Ms. Gaositz,
Yes.
Mr. Connor,
Yes.
Mr. Fisher,
Yes.
Ms. Santiago Taylor,
Yes.
Mr. Senek,
Yes.
Mr. Anderson,
Yes.
and Mr. Conroy.
Yes.
All right, it is a vote. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks all.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Good night.